and thank you for checking in. In this video, I want to share with you my minimalist high-end makeup collection that is perfect for students and for fresh graduates. Because I am a student, I'm studying psychology, and I think some of you might have seen my recent makeup haul, but I want to extend that video and share with you the whole collection. And this video might be a little bit different than the videos that you are used to watching, which is this huge makeup collection that YouTubers own. And the thing is, there is nothing wrong with the fact that these girls own that many makeup, because they have a legitimate reason behind the fact. And the reason being is that these YouTubers are actually makeup artists. So just like whatever profession you might have, let's take for example a photographer. Just like a photographer would have different lighting equipment, different cameras, different lenses, different tripods, these YouTubers own many makeup products. And they would use them for their offline business if they actually put makeup on their clients. So they want to have as many brands, as many colors, as many formulas as possible, depending on what the client might ask. So they might end up having different shades of, for example, foundation. They might have both powder and cream. They might have both shimmery and matte products. They might have different brushes, different applicators. So they would have this huge collection so that their client would get exactly what they want. The second thing is that for many of these girls, YouTube is actually becoming a business in itself. So they want to be the first to buy new products, to experiment and tell us whether these products work or not. They also want to show how these products work, how they apply on the face, how much they last. They want to use these products to create as many looks as possible and as many tutorials as possible. In this case, it's just like having a school and you want to have all the supplies needed. So as a student, you're not gonna use the same supplies the teacher is using. That being said, after watching some of the makeup hauls or makeup collection, we might end up feeling envious and we might want to have the same collection. And this has happened to me. I would be daydreaming of all the products I would get and how I would organize them, and they would also inspire us to become artists ourselves. And even if this is the case, you can start experimenting with few products to know for sure that you love this. And you might want to take some classes before you start buying this huge makeup collection. So another thing that makeup artists on YouTube talk about is how the packaging is very cute. But be careful. You wouldn't want to buy a product just because the packaging is nice or just because the packaging matches your room. So research the product before buying. You have to be in love with the actual formula and not the packaging. The next thing that I want to talk about is that makeup products actually have an expiry date. So even though YouTubers use their products to show us their value and to show us different looks, if we end up buying the same collection but we're not actually using them to make videos or to apply them on other clients, they will end up expiring and you will get to see that pretty soon. So they might smell differently, the texture might be different, the color might be compromised. So when the makeup product is expired, it's basically useless. Not to mention the fact that it's harmful to us, just like eating expired food items. And here comes my philosophy. I want to have one item of each product. So either one palette or one individual item. So I wouldn't want to have different items that do the exact same thing just by being different brands or just a little bit different. So some items I might have one of, other items I might have two or three of those items. So I'm gonna start by showing my makeup brushes. The first makeup collection brush that I got is a Sephora collection set, and I got this few years ago. This set, I used it a very long time with my sister. I still have few of these brushes left that are still in good quality, and we still use them to this day. But it was time for an upgrade. Now, the thing is, if you do take care of your brushes, they last for years. So make sure you clean them and you store them right. So now I upgraded for the Sephora Ready to Roll makeup brushes set. So this set has 10 brushes, 6 for face and 4 for the eyes. So let's start with a complexion brush that is perfect for applying foundation, which is unlike the first set that had a foundation brush that I still use for this day. The second brush is a powder brush that I don't use that much because I have a dry skin. Thirdly, it has an angled blush brush, a contour brush, a highlighter brush, and a concealer brush. As for the eyes, it has a blending crease brush, an eyeshadow brush, a smudge brush, and an angled brush with a spoolie. So this is perfect for applying your eyeliner or your eyebrow product, and the spoolie can be used for eyebrows or for baby hairs. So when I'm buying brushes, I make sure to watch many YouTube videos and to read reviews to know what brushes I should invest in. And I am okay with having a makeup brush set instead of buying individual expensive brushes, because as someone who is not a makeup artist, I don't think that I should buy one brush for like $50. I'd rather buy the whole set for like 80 or 90 bucks. And of course, I make sure to take care of them. The second product that I want to mention is a blush product. Now this can be a part of a makeup palette, but I recently bought the Tarte blush, which is the 12-hour Amazonian clay blush in the shade Sensual. What I like about this brush is that it suits many skin undertone, and it's buildable, and it doesn't have a very pinky color, so it gives an impression that you are blushing naturally. The next product that I want to mention is a brow product. Now what I invested in recently is a pencil product. So I have Precisely My Brow Pencil from Benefit Cosmetics. I love this because the tip is so precise and it has a spoolie at the end. And I got this in the shade 4. So this is amazing to have a very natural brow for everyday look, or a more bold Instagram kind of look if you're going out. The next thing that I want to share is the Shade and Light Contour Palette. Now, even though this is a contour palette, I think you can use it for your eye makeup as well. So what I like about this palette that I have right here is that it has 6 shades. It has both cool, neutral, and warm undertone. The warm is like very warm, and it's more for, I think, for dark skin, but it's very good for applying it on your eyes. And the second reason that I like it is that I bought the refillable one. So when a product is done, so when one shade is finished, you can replace it with a new one without buying the whole palette again. And I found that this is environmental friendly as well. And the packaging is super sleek. Although I wouldn't buy a product just because of a cute packaging. The next product that I want to mention is a highlighter product. So it came with a set. So I'm talking about the Becca highlighter set. So I bought it in the shade Opal. So it has the brow product as well as the liquid highlighter. And the brow product is actually very powerful. So a little goes a long way. And this is why I don't need a bigger size. But for an everyday look, I would go for the liquid highlighter because it gives a glowy finish. It's very natural and it suits your everyday look. You can even wear it on its own without any foundation. And before buying this product, I used to use the lightest eyeshadow shimmery shade as a highlighter. So this is something you can use if you don't want to invest in a highlighter on its own, because the formula is actually pretty similar to a normal eyeshadow. And I also have the It Cosmetics CC Plus Cream, which is amazing, and you can replace your foundation with it. So this is it for face and brows. Now let's move to eye makeup. So the only palette that I currently have and I recently bought is the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow palette. It is the Soft Glam, so it's the newest one. But I bought it not because it's the newest one. I bought it because it has a warm undertone that I think suits my skin. And the formula is very good, but it might not work for you. So you need to make your own research and to buy a palette that works for you. And one of the ways that I can know that it suits my skin undertone is that I can use the glistening shade as a highlighter. So if and when the Becca highlighter is finished, I would use the Anastasia Beverly Hills, and like vice versa. So I would use that instead of the glistening for my eyes. So this is the only palette that I have. The one that I had before that was the Naked 3 palette, but I wouldn't buy it again even if this is over, because it did not look very good on my eyes, especially because it has a rosy pinky shade. It looks beautiful on the palette, but it doesn't suit me. But as I mentioned before, I only bought this when that one was finished or almost finished, and now it's expired. I need to throw it away. So what I'm looking for in an eyeshadow palette is a good formula and something that I can wear both during the day and for a night out. So in class, for an interview, for a night out, I would buy one palette for that. Or if I want to add few products, so few individual shadows, I would do that, but I would make sure they complement this palette, and I wouldn't buy something completely different, something that I wouldn't wear or something I would wear only on like one Christmas party. I want to buy a palette that I can take advantage of as much as possible for as long as it hasn't expired. And if we look at eyeshadow products or any powder products, the expiry date is 18 months and it's written on the palette. So if you don't see an expiry date, then this is shady. So you should always look at the expiry, not the expiry date, how long does it take for this product to expire. Something that I recommend doing, if the date is not written on the actual product, put a label or have a folder, like a notepad, that you have all the dates of the current makeup products that you own, so that you know when to replace them. So as I mentioned, powder products last between 1.5 to 2 years, so 18 months if it's written on the palette, then it's 1.5 years. As for eyeliner and mascara and stuff like that, they last for 6 months. So you have to throw them every 6 months. This needs to be replaced. I'm gonna talk more about this in my upcoming video, which is a drugstore makeup collection. So if you want to know which makeup products to buy and you don't want to invest as much, but you still want to have a high quality, high formula, then give this video a thumbs up so that I can make sure to have this video uploaded for you guys. The last thing that I want to mention is a lip product. Now the thing is, I am giving my lips a break, but I do have the Anastasia Beverly Hills in the shade Catnip right now. So this is a liquid lipstick. It goes on liquid and it dries matte. But because my lips are super dry, I'm searching for another product for that. This is a product that is for my sister basically, and we share it. I think this is the only high-end lipstick product that we have, so this is why I'm talking about it. So that is it for this collection. I have some products in mind that I want to buy and I want to add to my collection, which is mascara, because my mascara is already expired, so I'm not sure if I want to invest in a high-end one or a more drugstore version, as well as some eyeliners. So I want to have some colored ones, so either purple, blue or green, and a black one. I would go for a pencil one and not a liquid eyeliner. I don't like a liquid eyeliner for me, but if you want to invest in one, then you have to choose on your own. And also a lip product. And whenever I decide to buy a lip product, I think I'm going for something like Bite Beauty. They have the Agave lip balm, which is very moisturizing according to the reviews. So I want to continue my research to know if I want to buy the lip products, so a lipstick and a lip liner from their brand or from another brand. If you have any suggestion, then you can leave it in the comments down below, because I want to add this to my collection. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't hesitate to give it a thumbs up and leave any question that you have in the comments down below. And don't forget to subscribe for a clutter-free life.